Not exactly. Oh, hello. Okay, so it looks like somebody's already here. This is my first time going live on YouTube, and I actually didn't mean to go yet. Oh, it's 1 o'clock now. Fantastic. So welcome. I am still just getting set up. And I am glad that you are here. Let me sit down so I can see my, okay. Oh, definitely gonna have to adjust that. So I'm pretty excited about this pattern that I'm making today, and that Ashley's gonna be making with me. Why are you so terrible up there? So I am making the, so funny enough, my dogs are about to bark like maniacs because Amazon is here with the lights that I ordered specifically for this live. And I think I need to invite Ashley. Oh, cancel. I didn't make any changes. Oh, you guys are basically right now watching how sausage is made. In that you are watching as I figure out how to get a YouTube live going. I guess so. Okay, so I said I'm making the Enchanted overlay skirt. How is my volume? So I'm just gonna pull up so I can put in the link, the overlay skirt, so that you can check out the pattern. It's such a pretty skirt. I really love it. And it is good for children and adults. And right after all right, so I'm gonna throw this in the link, and then I will tell you about the fabrics that I picked out, and probably move my camera a little bit more again too. All right. So, and this was designed by Bethany over at Craft with Bethany M on YouTube and all of the socials. And it was super fun working with her to get this out there. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. So I'm just going to send Ashley a quick note to let her know that I'm ready. She'll be joining as soon as she can. She's also going to be making the skirt in a children's pattern or a children's size. And she is making hers for her daughter. And I am making mine for the daughter of a friend of ours who also is Holly, who works on our social media stuff. If you've ever, yay, you can hear me. If you've ever, obviously you've seen some of our social media because here you are. And if you're in the Facebook group, then you've seen Holly's posts. I'm ready and going. Invite you. Okay, so what fabric did I pick out? So I did all my cutting last night and this morning. All right, so scraps, and then you can see I just kind of tossed it here in a pile, thinking that time worked differently than it did. All right, so I have this purple satiny, and oh, it looks so blue. That's sad. So it is very purple. I don't know why it looks so blue with the lights and whatnot, but it does. And this satiny lining, both this and So this overlay, which has a purple, blue, and green shimmer, both came from Joann's, and they are from the same fabric line. They are from the Witching Hour, and I love them. And so they coordinate together really, really well, and they are going to be super pretty. And I went with a silver elastic waistband to go over the top. So it is also shimmery and sparkly. I'm gonna adjust the camera just a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just try putting you on the computer. Things I would have liked to have done ahead of time. I'm just gonna sit it back there for now. Whoa, chaos. All right, so I am gonna actually be making this entirely on my serger today. So I'm definitely gonna have to move you guys. You do not have to. I am doing it entirely on my serger because I don't want to today mess with finishing the seams, and it's really important that you finish the seams on the lining fabric, because linings, they will fray like crazy. And so so you will see my lining is going to be a little bit different than it was supposed to be, because I did not get the right amount of fabric. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was probably 3 or 4 inches short. So what I did was the bottom, or what is going to be the back piece, that was a cut 2 on the fold or cut 2 flat, I actually ended up doing as panels, and then I'm going to have to run a seam down the middle. And that's going to go in the back because we want it to be hidden. We don't want a seam hanging out in the front. And I also had originally planned to do a double folded hem so that I could demonstrate using the hem tape. But because I was a little bit short, I went ahead and took off the inch on the bottom that would be that hem. And I'm just going to do a rolled, a 3-thread rolled hem with my serger. And the fun thing, I'm trying to move you guys over here, see if that'll be a good angle for actually seeing the machine and myself. It is, yay. I'm going to close the blinds so we can diffuse some of that light. And then we'll get started shortly. All right, not okay. So the 3-thread rolled hem. I'm going to do a narrow one, and something that I think, turn this off so it doesn't do anything I don't want it to do, would be really fun with this pattern is if you do a rolled hem like that, you could throw in one of your spools could be a metallic thread. And I did a quick look see, and I didn't have any metallic threads this morning. So that was, and no time to run. But I think a silver metallic, or sometimes you can get, or even could have woven in a teal or a purple, and that would have been really pretty. So anyway, so this overlay that I went with is like I said, it's really shimmery. And I am making the size 14R. And I am going to be gathering with, I'm on the fence about whether or not I'll gather with the clear elastic and then with the thick elastic. Or then just attach the thick elastic. That's what I did with the one I made while we were in development. But it worked, and it worked fine. So I can do that. That'll be fun. So the pattern is 20% off until next Tuesday. And I know that at least one of you here in the chat already got it and was in the test group and made it and has posted it. And I don't know if you're planning to make any more. So one of the things I'm going to do while I'm waiting for Ashley. So Ashley's daughter was performing at some kind of Christmas concert thing at their local mall. And so she had to go watch her daughter and then zip home. But home is pretty close. So go ahead and set this over here so I see her tell me that she's ready. And you can use, so if you go to, so a lot of people are going to go to Joann's, and I really like to encourage people to use small shops. Where I live in Michigan, there is an independent shop called Haberman's that has a lot of special occasion fabrics. And that's the section you're going to find the fabrics that you're going to want to use for this pattern. Is the special occasion section, because that's where you're going to find the gauze that has, I mean, obviously you can find the gauzy tulle that's just, just solid colors, but they will also have embroidered ones, ones like this that are metallic. I think this one might be in like the costume section, because I ordered it online, so I'm not sure where it was in the store. So I am completely blanking, but if HD Sykes Creations, I can't remember your name from our Facebook testing group. Where did you get the fabric that you picked out? If you are still here to tell us about that. And I know if you've seen the already clicked over and you've seen the pattern, the plaid and the dots that Bethany, the pattern designer, used, both came from Joann's. Joann Fabrics. So, all right, so what I'm going to do while I'm waiting here is go ahead and measure this out to the appropriate waistband size. I'm just going to, which is the measurement of, the person you're making it for, be it you or whoever. So in this case, I believe I need 30.5 inches. Oh, she lives in South Africa and got it from a little shop called Waist Center. And yes, and it had little pearls on it. Yes, so pretty. In Austin, Texas, there is a crafting resale shop. Oh, I cannot remember the name of it. But you can find some real treasures in there that will come from, like seamstresses, maybe people who make wedding dresses and whatnot. And you can also donate your own leftovers, but sometimes you can find just fantastic. So I don't know if Waist Center is a resale type shop and that you super lucked out with yours. Just quickly scrolling here to get that waist measurement since 29 inches. I'm so glad I double checked. Okay. So, like I said, so you're going to first measure the length of the waist and measure this out. Then you need to decide if you're going to go 1 or 2 inches shorter. And when you do your, when you attach it, you're going to use a 5/8 or just under 2, oops, sorry, just under 1 1/4, just over 1 1/4 centimeter seam allowance. But again, it's an elastic waistband, so we don't need to be, super precious about 1 1/4 versus 1 1/2, because depending on your stretch, that's why we bring it down 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. Obviously, depending on how snug you might like it. And I think that Lana does not prefer it snug, so I'm going to go at the 28 inches. And let me just grab my measuring tape here and measure that out so we can get that done with. And I did also, like I said, pre-cut, and so I've got a little bit of chaos going here. And the first version that I made with a fabric that had glitter on it, and our laundry room is now covered with glitter, and that was over a month ago. So fun times. I think there's going to be glitter in my laundry room for at least a year. especially if I go and make something else with glitter. All right, just grabbing my measuring tape since I failed to grab it ahead of time. All right, 29 inches is what I said, and I've got way more than that. So, oh, no, actually, that's what her waistband is. And I said I'm going to use 20, I'm going to use 28 and a half so that after my seam allowance, it's at 28. So, anybody who has joined us has also already made the skirt. I'd love to hear where you got your fabric from. Grab my scissors here. Getting my fabric cut today was quite the adventure because this fabric is super slippery. So what I did was I went downstairs to one of the floors it's a hard surface, a hardwood floor, and mopped it all up so that, we wouldn't have dog hair and dust all over it, and was quietly working while our dogs were sleeping. And then the first dog came down and absolutely had to come and lay down on the fabric that I was in the middle of pinning, despite A, the presence of lots of pins, and B, the fact that there were 2 dog beds sitting right next to me that had to be way more comfortable than this shiny satin fabric. All right, so Ashley is home, and we are going to figure out together how to invite her to join me on the live here. But I mean, I know it's possible, right? Oh, and she needs a couple minutes. All right. Channel login settings. Well, this channel and this company is an ongoing experiment, always learning and figuring out. I'm going to try this edit button, see what it does for me. So if you are here visiting, I know I'm not sewing yet. If you're here visiting, if you're watching, please don't forget to like the video so that it will show up for more people. I'm going to see what Google tells me about adding. Right. I might have to do it from my phone. Which would mean a slightly different setup, which means that I'm going to have to drop off and then restart, I think. This is, of course, something that you would have thought I would have looked up before we started. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause here and I'm going to come right back, either here or via my phone.